Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Culz Sports Chat. Last week, if you were keeping up, our predictions were much better. Three of us hit 10 or more correct guesses. Nolan was at the last place with a 7-8 record, so I am taking that as a victory because I think collective that was the best week we've had so far. Granted, there was some easy matchups. Bobby going with the Cowboys gave him a victory. Me and Bobby went Cowboys, and they look pretty good. Nick, Brendan, Scott, Bob, and David Champ in the making are all here. How you guys doing?
Doing all right.
Okay. I had a horrendous fantasy week this week. All of my teams did tremendously bad.
Hey, Scott, I got some good news for you, man. You don't have to play me anymore. All three of our games are over. Finally, we've reached the end of the road. It's been fun.
And I gave you a giant gift this week by letting you beat me by what, more than almost 70 points. So, horrible week.
We don't have to kiss and tell. We can say you won by 0.5. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Scott. What's up with Barkley? Like, what is going on with Mister? Should have been record holder last year.
We need to be talking to the Eagle, the Fly Me Eagle man about Barkley. What's going on there in Philadelphia, Brendan? He's too afraid to show his face. That's how they're playing.
Yeah, well, Brennan, the good news is Jalen was able to pass the football this week, so I don't know if they took the offensive coordinator and beat him up a little bit before the game. But yeah, throwing some touchdowns, deep passes.
Well,
but again,
you're playing against the cornerback you used to know and beat in practice all the time, so
that helped.
Reason we didn't re-sign
him.
Now, I do want to say our week started off pretty poor as far as predictions because we went 0-2 collectively because we all picked the Steelers and the Jaguars. And Steelers lost. Mr. Joe Flacco looking good. I guess he just didn't get the memo. He was supposed to look good last week. David, did you get a chance to watch that Thursday night spectacular game?
I got to watch the second half of it, and it was good. I mean, it felt like, it was literally a shootout. I think it just came down to who had the ball last. Like, they lit it up. They both did really good.
Now, on the flip side, the London Jaguars not looking good in London, Scott. What's going on with them, you think? Just running into a really good Rams team, or
did you just call them the London Jaguars?
Yeah, because they're always in London.
Well, you know what? I happened to turn it on just in time for the second half, and I noticed that it was the Jaguars logo on the 50-yard line. And
Jaguars, they have to pick somebody to be the home team. It's usually the Jags because they're there so often.
You know what? All the other ones had the NFL logo on at center field. So,
in London, they did. I think they did in when they were in Ireland and stuff. I didn't know they did it in London.
I think they did the last ones. The difference is the Jaguars owner owns this stadium, so that's probably why.
They also because to get an international game, you whoever's the home team has to give up a home game at their stadium, which is why, like Jerry Jones has said, the Cowboys, he doesn't want them to play in London because he doesn't want them to give up all that ticket revenue.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I think it's stupid. I think you should be forced to play a certain amount of international games.
Well, if you're going to make the other teams do it, you're right.
Well, apparently some teams volunteer. So,
like Jacksonville.
I mean, they've got just as many fans there as in Florida, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, a lot of people. I don't know if it was this matchup. It might have been the Bronco one. They were going around pregame and just interviewing people like, why are you a fan of this team? Because you know how there's just a plethora of different jerseys. a lot of Jaguars, and it was just because they play there so often.
I mean, it's the only team that you have a consistent chance to go see live, I guess, every year.
Yeah.
So you might as well.
True.
Well, speaking of teams we might not be able to go see live, at least in their current incarnation, the Tua and McDaniel-led Dolphins. David, what chip do you think drops first, Tua or McDaniel?
I think it's going to be Tua. I think that, especially since we already saw Quinn Ewers get the nod to pick up some of those last bits of that game, and he didn't do great, but what can you expect from somebody that's been third string until that day? So I think he did okay. Like, the passes that did work successfully were fine, and he fumbled twice, but luckily they were recovered, so it wasn't like catastrophic. Plus, Tua is actively out there speaking out against leadership and the rest of the team. I think what's going to happen is they're going to pick between Ewers and the other guy of who's going to get that second position and end up taking over. And then I think how that person does is going to dictate on if coaching gets changed or not. They're going to see if the quarterback change can actually, if it can start riding the ship at all. If it's just as bad as it has been, then they'll start looking a little deeper. But it's much easier, I think, to replace a quarterback usually than a coach.
Well, and I was watching our picks from 2 weeks ago just so I can update our standing. And it was funny because you mentioned Ewers that week, and you're like, he's third string. He'll probably never get to play. And then I was like, now he might be the starter from here on out. Like,
I mean, I'd be very interested to see, because I know they said, because he didn't do spectacular, so I know they said that it's going to be a contest during this week of who's getting that second spot. And I wouldn't be surprised again. Like, whoever gets that, they may be getting the nod on Sunday, taking over, because I don't know what's going on with Tua. I don't know if it was finally too many hits to the head or what, but I mean, he was a very talented quarterback. Like, he's got the skills, or at least he did, and it is just not coming together. I don't know if it's just he's talked so much trash about the team that they're not behind him anymore, and maybe it's just broken their faith in him, and the communication isn't there that needs to be there, or I don't know what it is, but they've got way more problems. Tyreek going down didn't help at all. They're in trouble. They're probably, if I had to pick between them and the Jets, it would be a tough pick right now.
luckily, we don't have to do that one quite yet. That one is coming up. But Bobby, you're our expert on Tua. What are your thoughts with Tua right now?
God, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't think the team has any faith in him anymore. I think just too many hits to the head.
I mean, when I know you were like saying he should have retired last year.
If your family comes first, you have to, one more bang like that, and it's going to be good night, Charlie,
See, I don't know. I feel like I could see him going to another team.
I feel like he's talented enough. He probably
somebody would pick him up. I mean, if somebody will pick up Joe Flacco, they'll pick up Tua on another team.
They'd have to pick him up because he'd be too banged up to get help himself.
I like it.
I think teams are going to start just picking up Joe Flacco when they face the Steelers the next week, because it just sets Mike Tomlin off like so bad. He was so mad, and then they lose to him. It was hilarious.
I love his speech where he's like, I don't know why you traded away to somebody in your division. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Okay.
And then he loses. Well, here's a team that probably could use Tua. The Raiders. Just get big Easter egg as their score. Just looking terrible. I mean,
that's
I know
embarrassing in the NFL to go 0 in a game. Like, that's bad in college, but more understandable because of how different the talent levels are. But in the NFL, there's no excuse to not make any points.
Well, and the Raiders are so bad at this point. Teams are just trying like different trick plays against them because they know
it's like a scrimmage now.
Yeah,
it's like, we got kind of a bye week. Let's just try some stuff out.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with the Raiders because some weeks they look passable as a team, and then other weeks you're like, they might be worse than the Jets. That's saying a lot this year.
But the Raiders got some wins though.
Yeah, they got 2 more wins than the Jets. So I mean, Right now, it's like 200% more. Speaking of the Jets, no more Justin Fields. It looks like they're going Tyrod Taylor. And then they lost to the Andy Dalton-led Panthers. Now, I know a lot of us picked the Panthers. All of us picked the Panthers, but did any of us pick the Andy Dalton-led Panthers to beat up on the Jets?
I mean, dude, you could have put a high school team against them, and I'd probably pick
Yeah.
the high school team at this point. So, no shocks there.
Well, and okay, so David, earlier you were talking about like the Tua situation with him coming out talking against teammates. Today, the owner of the Jets came out dissing Justin Fields, saying, "Hey, if you had a quarterback that could pass, you might be a good team."
See, that's I mean, maybe it's like an old school thing. Just me personally, I feel like there's a level of like trash talking is fine, but I think that takes it too far when it's legitimately just bashing them for no reason. And I don't think coaches and such should ever get involved in that. I think, it should never be
Agreed.
against your own team, and it should never be coaches, especially talking about their team or any other team. Like coaches need to be above it, and then players can trash talk, but it needs to be people on other teams to like friendly rivalry kind of stuff, or set up storylines. I don't think you should ever publicly be dissing your team, even if everybody knows that they're dog water. You need to stay loyal to your team and just be like, yeah, we're working on things, something. But coming out and doing like the locker room's got to hate people after doing stuff like that.
Yeah, because there's got to be a good amount of people within the Jets locker room that are on Justin Fields' side, and now you just like disenfranchise them as well.
Like, yeah, it's just I honestly I feel like this is also kind of the issue that the Eagles were having when they had their issues of them to kind of talking trash about each other. You can't do that. You gotta stay together. You gotta have that unity, or your team falls apart and you don't stand a chance no matter how much talent you have.
Yep.
See, when we didn't get to see their player-only meeting, it was them just beating up their offensive coordinator for like an hour. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball.
If it hey, if anybody's offensive coordinator needs to be beaten up, we got to talk about the Texans last night. Jesus Christ.
Well, luckily, the Texans were going against a good defense. The Seahawks, I think, are number 5 or 6 right now.
Okay, but you need to get 6 feet, not even. And you decide, oh, let's pass it these first 2 times against a good defense. Like, brother, if you would have just ran it 4 times, you would have gotten it in one of those times.
Yep.
They didn't know which way to hand off the ball. Did you not see those running backs?
Exactly.
Know which way
it should have been
hand off the ball because
he didn't need to even hand it off. It should have been 4 quarterback sneaks. Just keep doing it. They would exactly. You could have even fucking tush pushed it 4 times. Like you would have made it. I don't know. Like that whole game was baffling for both sides. The whole game was awful. It was one of the worst. I'm glad the doubleheaders are over because we don't need stuff like this on TV anymore.
I turned it off after the Cooper Cup interception.
Like
I know tush push isn't like a derogatory term, but the way you use it just sounds like really, really.
I think it's a bullshit play. I think it's one of the most anticlimactic, stupidest plays in football.
So do you hate the QB?
I agree. I agree, but it also the way you said it sounded like it was something dirty, some different connotation.
It's very dirty. Tush push belongs in the bedroom and nowhere else.
Nick's team over there actually devised a play to stop the tush push.
And didn't work.
I mean, it worked better than most non-tush push stopping plays. So.
Yeah, and my team also has a quarterback that doesn't know when to pass the ball.
Yeah, honestly, I think if the Vikings were healthy, I think they would have won that game.
But when you mean healthy, do you mean just a quarterback that's not on their team currently, like a Darnold?
I just mean if they had all their regular players, they would have been great. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I think they can be really good too. I'm just not sold on JJ yet.
I'm not, but I think the Vikings are on the rise. I think they were dumb to get rid of Darnold, though. I think he could have kept doing very well for them staying there. And I think the Seahawks are going to eventually get that in the next couple of years. But I think the Vikings are very much an on the rise team. I'd say maybe another year or 2, and they're going to be pretty heavy contenders.
I don't want to wait that long. I'm also getting sick and tired of Wentz.
I mean, that's everybody gets sick of Wentz, right?
I mean, Nick, to be fair, he was just confused which team to pass it to because he's like, I know I've played for both these teams. Which one am I on this week?
He was seeing ghosts out there. He was like, wait, oh God, no, we're purple now.
I'm not green. Yeah, no, the Eagles definitely looked, I think, the best they have all year this week.
And it still wasn't Super Bowl year. It was not last year. They're not up to that level yet that I've seen.
No, so but I think the good thing for Eagles fans and Eagles, they didn't take 3 straight losses. So
Yeah,
I think had they lost 3 in a row, that would have been
3 in a row. The sky would have been falling for them. They would have panicked.
yeah.
I think they're already getting there. So I mean, I still think there's something very wrong with Saquon. I don't know what's going on there, but at least he and Brown seem to have gotten things kind of worked out.
Yeah, no, the receiving core looked a lot better. They were also not just throwing to tight ends and fullbacks like they were, so I think that helps. Now, moving on to a team that I just don't think has a lot of hope. Luckily, again, still better than the Jets, but that's the Titans. They made the coaching change and possibly looked even worse, which is usually not what you get, but
You can't expect anything right out of the gate, though. I'm going to give it a couple weeks before I definitively say if there's any hope there or not.
Yeah, we'll see. The Patriots are looking pretty good right now. They're number 1 in their division, which I don't think anyone really had. But there was some plays by Ward, and I was like, this is bad. Just like him, like Looney Tunes, like fumbling again, and I'm just like, I don't want to call him a bust, but it's concerning. We'll say. Broncos. Hey, Bobby, you guys got big win.
Yeah.
I guess your whole thing was just don't score any points till the fourth quarter, then score 33.
33 unanswered.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if the Giants just fell apart.
It all started when they went for 2, when they could have just kicked the field goal and gone up 20-0.
I'm so sick of teams going for 2 when they don't need to.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we've gone to the
it feels greedy.
Yeah, we've gone to the point where they're just like analytics, and I'm like, all right, it's like the second quarter. Why are you going for 2 right now? Like, it doesn't make sense. You don't need it. Just go for the points. Like a lot of teams too, I think, are getting burned going for it on 4th down when they could go for a field goal and just get points.
It's like, yeah, give me 3 points instead of, oh, I need those 3 yards. Like, yeah, you might get it, but you might not, and then you're screwed.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Scotty, you guys beat up on the Savannah Bananas, it looked like, this week. How'd that go?
Well, hey, anytime you can get don't slip over on the bananas, then it's okay. But anyway, trying to be a fan of the Cardinals and kind of watching them every day or every week. Again, it's flying. Same old stuff every single year. I was really hoping that Jacoby Brissett would get us over the top, but even then, that didn't work out. Not sure really with Marvin Harrison. There was a few passes from Marvin Harrison that he really should have had, and it just sunk right through his hands. Not sure what's going on with him. So again, just a whole lot of questions that all in all kind of ends up was like, why am I even watching this team?
Right. Yeah. Going to a more positive note from one of our teams, David. Cowboys, again, like I said earlier, just looking really good this last game. Just they got the job done against the Commanders, who are now on the panic button. But I mean, for the Cowboys to do what they're doing, and now rumored to be out talking to try to get Max Crosby.
That's the super interesting thing to me, because I don't think it'll totally fix our defensive problem, but it would go a long way to helping. And yeah, I mean, they looked decent. I mean, offense has been pretty good all year, but defense did step up, I think, more so than the week before. But this is what the Cowboys do. They give you hope and then crush you. So I'm not going to get too excited.
I mean, I would say if you guys could just get like a top 20 defense, there's a good shot you guys could go all the way.
I do like that it's at least something that is solvable and it's not
Mhm.
problems all over the place like we have been in previous years. Like I will say I think our offense is finally in a very good spot. Kind of weird how it turned out, but I think it shook out perfectly. I don't want to give any credit to Jerry Jones, so we'll just see what happens. But cautiously optimistic. It looks like they might at least have a decent season. I don't know if we'll be able to overtake for conference or everything like that, but we'll see. I think they could at least sneak in as a wild card this year.
Well, and another team that I think should make the playoffs, which will be crazy if they do just due to their whole team being on IR right now, is the 49ers.
Dude,
Just
they've been doing crazy.
Yeah, with backups, and that's what
Somebody sold their soul for this team. I don't know what happened, but they just keep pulling it out. Like
and
it's like a movie because it's like all the underdog replacement dudes that nobody really wants, and they're just still winning.
they're just like, is that Keanu Reeves on the field at quarterback?
Exactly. Yeah, dude.
Is that Air Bud?
Hey.
Hey! Don't give the Jets ideas.
Yeah, but also on the flip side of that game, what are the Falcons? Like sometimes they're really good and they beat good teams, and then other times they just don't play. And it sounds like maybe Penix is hurt, and so Cousins is going to play. So, just another crazy year for injuries. And then doubleheader, we had the Lions just beating up on Tampa Bay, who lost Evans for the year. Which right when he went down, it looked bad. David, what was it? Broken
clavicle. And I remember when it happened because he caught it, fell down, and then he just laid there.
He just
like,
went limp. Yeah,
he didn't grab anything. He was like he just literally. It's like he almost. When it happened, I was like, "Oh, he just died," because he just collapsed like on the ground.
Yeah, it was bad. So hopefully a speedy recovery to him. Also in the news with Tampa Bay, it sounds like Doug Martin passed away.
I don't know the details, but I did hear that.
Yeah, details are coming out, but we'll wait to speculate on what was happening there. And then Seattle tried their best to give the game away, but luckily the defense kept them in that game and won it. And I think that's what gives me the most hope to at least make the playoffs this year. We're not going very far, but the defense has helped us. The offense, if we can just tune up some things. I mean, we're 2 bad plays away from being 7-0, so we'll see if the offense can actually not turn the ball over. But also, what was that non-safety? Like, that should have been a safety, right?
I think, honestly, both last night, the safeties the Seahawks should have gotten. Both of them should have been safeties right off the bat because CJ Stroud was very much, the ball was in the end zone when he went down. That should have been a safety instead of being like a foot out of it, which was dumb. And then that second one should have, like, they even did fireworks both times because they thought they had scored points. It seemed to me very clear, and I think the replays showed even more like they were definitely safeties, but they didn't need them ultimately in the end, so whatever. But I think it was crappy, especially when they didn't even let the coach challenge. I don't remember, like, I don't know what the ruling is on that or the official reason why not. I'm sure they had something, but they didn't let the coach challenge. And if they would have, it would have been a safety because dude was very much in the end zone. But then, of course, when the Texans did anything in the end zone, they got a touchdown.
Yeah.
When that fumbled, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. And of course, Bounty Gate Watch, we saw another one last night with what's his name taking down Darnold.
Dude, when I remember that happened, I told you about it. Like, that was the stupidest penalty I think all week. Darnold was already out of bounds, like down on the ground, and the dude just picked him up and slammed him again. And it would have been, and that was 4th down. Like the ball, it would have been done. But instead, it gave him 15 yards. They got to keep the ball, and then he threw a touchdown.
Which is funny.
Like, that's like instant karma.
Yeah, no, he does this like every week, and I don't know how he doesn't get like any penalties for it. Because he did it with Caleb last year. He's done it with a lot of quarterbacks. he did get penalized when he like intentionally tried to take off Trevor Lawrence's head.
Yeah, I think that this was one of those ones that was just too blatant not to call something.
Yeah.
Because Darnold was literally out and like on the ground, and the man just it's like, why?
Yo, this isn't WWE. You guys can stop.
It's like that the Simpsons meme with Ralph. He's like, stop, he's already
He's
dead.
already dead. Yeah. Well, we'll switch gears. We'll stay football. We'll talk a little bit different aspect of football. But Nick, 40-35. What happened?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Sacramento State beating Northern Colorado.
I knew
I
it.
heard you were out there commentating this week, Nick. Is that true?
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
Hey, we still have.
Also, I'm surprised that even UNC got 35 points. I'm pretty sure that was like just the other team giving them some points because they felt bad.
Hey, to be fair, they've won, I think, 3 games.
That's 3 games more
Than the
I was
Jets.
expecting.
Hey, this week it looks like they're taking on UC Davis. Do you have a scouting report?
Next question, please.
Keegan, what would you have done if he was like, I'm glad you asked. So it looks like they are.
Like, what? It's been the same thing every week where you ask me about UNC, and I'm like, I don't watch UNC football. I don't care
No,
about college
that's okay.
football.
Nobody does.
Nick,
Nobody does.
Nick, I know this one could be kind of a rough game because you went to UNC. On the other side, we have Mohan Kapoor, who I heard is just a big UC Davis fan. So
That's gonna get nasty. A lot of bad blood there.
So nasty.
I mean,
Completely nasty.
if any of the college people want us to come out and commentate, I do hear we have Mrs. Marvel's dad's shirts we can wear to the game in support of UC Davis.
We call ourselves the Yusuf Brigade.
I guess we'll switch to another college then. Brendan, David, Texas won.
Yeah, that's okay. The only thing Texas won was the score. It was a terrible game. They didn't deserve to win that game.
No.
Neither side did though. It was stupid. It was a waste of 3 hours. Like it was a bunch of. It looked like a terrible high school game.
Manning's not good away. They
He's
even showed us that thing where his away games suck.
I think he's going to be fine, but he needs more time to develop. I don't think we're going to see the Manning we expected until next season.
Right.
Probably true.
Yeah, because this is like his real first like good competition.
Yeah, and he's got. Well, I wouldn't say that. He played Ohio week 1.
No, I meant just this year.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look at who he played in high school,
it's nothing. Yeah,
these
like,
people
it's easy
are
to look
better.
good when you're playing against trash.
Yeah,
that's like saying, "Oh, your team beat the Jets this week. You look great." Everybody looks great against the Jets. What I think is going to happen, because he's got those flashes of brilliance where you see he's got the talent, he's got the head for it, and everything. It just hasn't come together yet. He's very much still, I think, a diamond in the rough, and he's getting there, but it's not going to be fast enough to get them very far this season. I mean, with a couple miracles, they may even end up making the playoffs, but I would not expect them to go far. I would heavily bet against them getting anywhere near the championship. Next year, though, I think he'll mature a lot throughout this season, and as long as he keeps up the good work on, making himself better and connecting with his younger teammates and stuff, I think next season Texas will be definitely a strong force. And it's still not going to be embarrassing this year. Like, Texas, it's one of those teams that if they don't win everything, people think it's a failure. That's not the case at all. They're still going to have a very respectable record, I think, and they beat OU, so that's all that really matters. But
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, and A&M, they need to beat A&M too, which is going to be a taller order because they're undefeated. But it is what it is. I think next season's more their year than this year, though.
Yeah, I mean they beat OU pretty good too.
Handily. Yeah.
This week they have Mississippi State. How do you
Shouldn't
think?
be a hard game.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those games where we get the arch that against kind of the lower competitions.
This is the good arch.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I worry about this week is because it's an away game. It's the only reason
Yeah.
I say that we might get a bad arch, but
It might go against him a little bit, but I think even a bad arch, he could still pull this game off. Mississippi State for most teams would be considered like a get right game, one of those kind of fluff pieces to give your team confidence. And it's coming at a good time for them. They could use a better win if they can decisively stomp somebody, even if it's somebody smaller like this. I think it'll go a long way to boosting them back up a little bit and maybe carry them through for a couple more games.
Scott, IU continuing the winning ways, beating Michigan State pretty big. And then this week they have UCLA. I mean, what are your thoughts with the Hoosiers?
Well, actually, I've kind of been reading up a little bit on UCLA, and they're having a much better season this year than they were last year. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm really glad that we're facing UCLA in Bloomington, Indiana, instead of in the Rose Bowl. I think if it was last year, if UCLA was playing last year like they've been playing so far this year, last year's game would have been a little different. But anyway, UCLA has been having a nice turnaround this season. A lot of people should be happy about that. But unfortunately for the Bruins, they will be making the trip into Bloomington, Indiana, where amazingly, something that I never saw during my entire time at Indiana University during the 80s was to see a completely full stadium. Now UCLA has to go against a full stadium along with that team, in which case that's already UCLA is halfway into the hole of losing. So I think it's definitely going to keep up with the Hoosiers. I'm going to kind of maybe go with, say, a 30-20 score again. And hopefully then maybe somebody will surprise Ohio State. And then the Hoosiers could be ranked number 1 for the first time ever. That would be awesome. But
how do you feel Ohio versus Hoosiers would go right now?
It'll still be a good game. It'll be a much better game than it was last year.
But who do you think would win?
I kind of think Ohio State would still end up edging it out. But
I think so. But it'd be close. I think it'd be closer than some of the games they've played this season, though.
Yeah, and I think there definitely would be. It'd be one of those where it'll be close, and that the Hoosiers could pull it out if they get a couple of good plays, couple of good bounces.
I mean, so when they played week 1, Texas did not lose like very badly. It was a pretty close game, and I think Hoosiers are a better team than Texas right now. So by that policy, there's a chance they could take them down.
It's possible. It's possible. We'll see. Fortunately, we don't have to play Ohio. We don't have to play Ohio State this year.
And the playoffs, maybe.
Well, obviously,
maybe for the championship.
When we come to the Big Ten championship, then it'll be Indiana and Ohio State. But that game's in Indianapolis, so it's a lot closer drive for the Hoosier faithful than it is for the Ohio State faithful.
Well, what I want to hear next, Keegan, tell us about those Cardinals.
Oh, I was pretty excited to see that. I did not expect to see them beat them at all. And granted, the quarterback,
you were expecting kind of a beatdown, weren't you?
No, I wasn't expecting a beatdown. Just like good enough to be like, it's respectable.
Like you guys tried.
Yeah, like maybe within a touchdown loss, but for them to come out and win kind of decisively, get some good turnovers and hold the rushing.
It wasn't really a back and forth. They kind of took the lead and kept it.
Yeah, and hold the rushing to like 60-some yards. I mean, they're looking good, and they got ranked, which I think was more surprising because I remember back with Lamar, it was a struggle for them to get ranked with Lamar just having crazy stats.
Yeah, what did they go up to? Aren't they like top 5 now?
No, they're
Or top 10?
19, I think.
Oh, I was way off. Never mind.
Yeah,
But they're
yeah.
still in the top 20.
I mean, we can't get too crazy yet. Let's see. Yeah, so they're number 19. There's a lot of fun teams that I enjoy like keeping up with in the top 25 this year. Obviously, we've talked about David and Brendan's. Texas is number 22. Louisville's 19. Tennessee 17, which is, kind of exciting for them. They're not usually great, but they're good. Let's see. Unfortunately, I mean, OU's still up there, right? 13. Miami did drop from 2 to 9.
OU dropped quite a bit though once Texas beat them. Because they were in like the top 5, I believe.
Hey, Vandy got number 10 though.
Dude, that whole situation with their quarterback, Diego, like it is the funniest thing ever. How he's literally like gone to court cases for them to be like, he could still play. Like, he's gonna be like the Aaron Rodgers of college football.
Well, hey, it's got to feel pretty good for you guys, like at least as a state of Texas, having so much representation in the top 25 this year.
Sure.
Because, I mean, I know you want to be above double T there, but let's see. Notre Dame, number 12. BYU's 11. Ole Miss is 8. Georgia Tech 7. Oregon 6. Georgia 5. Bama 4. Texas AMU 3. And Ohio 1. When was the last time they weren't number 1?
Week 1.
Yeah.
After that, they've been number 1 since then.
Yeah, which is pretty.
Because
pretty
Texas came in as
number 1
preseason. So once Ohio won, it was a no-brainer. They get it, and nobody's come close to them since.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Mizzou in there, LSU, Cincinnati, ASU, Michigan, number 25. USC is out. Also, I was looking at a Get Right game. It looks like Colorado School of Mines, not known for a football team, won 72-14 over Adams State University. So, like, I was looking at some of these scores. Colorado State University beat Adams State 55-7. Shadron State College beat them 45-2. I was like, what's going on there? Like, just terrible. But yeah, no, college is exciting. We'll see what happens.
I think like it's going to be very interesting to see what the draft is going to be like this year, because I feel like a lot of these teams are very, very close together in terms of talent and everything. Because even Ohio, even though they've been number 1, I don't feel like they're that much higher than everybody else. They're not like the dominating force like Georgia and Alabama have been in previous years, where it's like a given that that's the strongest team. So I don't see like massive standouts that it's going to be like everybody's going for one person. I think it's going to spread out nicely. It's going to be very interesting to see what teams end up going for the draft this year.
Well, it'll be kind of interesting to see if we have any of these quarterbacks that are on a good enough team. You could see them making a run next year that maybe don't want to go to the New York Football Jets. And
I do. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be a very small quarterback class this year. In terms of at least, first rounders and things like that. There might be like 1 or 2 that, I guess whoever wins maybe the championship and stuff, that'll be like, yeah, they're going to go. But otherwise, I don't think we're going to have a big class like we did last year.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I would agree there. I was looking at the matchups this week. We do have some ranked teams playing each other. OU hosting Ole Miss. Who do you guys think pull that one off? Do we see Ole Miss kind of?
Let's go Ole Miss. Yeah, fuck OU.
I said
Bobby's right there with you. He's saying
Ole Miss. That's what I said too. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
Yeah.
Looks like Mizzou, Missouri, Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt can do it though. I don't know. We'll find out.
Who are they playing?
Mizzou.
Oh, I think Vandy will beat Mizzou personally.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm trying to see. That might
They're
be the only.
gonna. Did they have? I went to their game. I think last year I went out in Tennessee or
Mhm.
with Vanderbilt, and they have this crazy thing. They start off the game. It's called they drop the anchor. They literally bring a giant anchor out to the field, and somebody just slams it down, and that's like their thing.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
want to start getting to more of these college games because it's just such a fun atmosphere. To
They
try
are
to-
fun. It's like
Yeah.
NFL but goofier.
Yeah, I think next year we should definitely try to hit some of these like bigger matchups or bigger.
Dude, next
stadiums.
year we need to go to a different college game every week and have Nick commentate at all the different ones.
We'll be like college game day, but it'll be
Yeah.
it's us.
College
It's
game day, but it's us.
Yeah, it's just the 6 of us at a panel at some random college. They're like, "Who you guys?" We're like, "Don't worry about it." Texas A&M playing LSU, so this could be LSU's final week in the top 25 because you feel like at number 20, if they lose, could push them off. There's a good.
It's also going to
Right.
depend on if they lose, how much they lose by, and what other teams do. And like, I honestly, I hate the rankings in college football.
Yeah,
There's so much. I mean, it's gotten better than it was previously, but it's still just such a mess, and it's so subjective to a lot of people's like just their opinion. You know, I hate the way that works.
yeah. No, that's where like with Lamar or even Teddy. I remember when we played Florida in a bowl game. I was surprised.
Because yeah, you literally can go undefeated, and you're still like ranked below people who have 1 or 2 losses because they played better teams. Like it's so
Yeah.
difficult to like if you did the best you could do. Like this is the games you gave us.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to get higher up if by beating these people decisively even I still can't make it to number 1? Like it's crazy, but I mean I get it because there's so many different schools and so much talent variance that it's difficult to do. But I'm not a fan.
Yeah, no, I mean that year with Lamar, I think they might have even been up to like 11-0, and then they lost one, and that was it. Season's over. Like, I mean,
College football is unforgiving. You can usually get away with dropping 1 game
Mhm.
if you're
It's
one of the bigger schools, but after that, and it better not be a conference game that you lost. Like,
Yeah. Well, see, I think now that they've expanded the playoffs, it's become a lot kind of fairer.
it's more reasonable to get in. That's very true, especially now that they're doing the just top of your conference and you get in
Mhm.
instead of just whoever's at the top of the the rankings.
Yeah, well, and I think some of the teams that they'd want to push in that shouldn't be there, they can now push in, and they're like, yeah, they're 12th. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, as far as college goes, it's the border war this weekend with Wyoming coming to CSU. So,
Cool.
or are they
You root
hosting?
for that?
They might be hosting CSU, but CSU just fired their coach, so they better win. That's
You gonna drive out there, Keegan?
Not this weekend. I do have one I'm gonna attempt to drive up to, and that's the jersey retirement for Mr. Josh Allen.
Is he gonna show up?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware. Well, Bobby.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Before we get to fantasy football and this week's picks, World Series time. Brendan, are you excited for World Series this year?
No.
No.
Well, okay.
Is anybody, Scott? Are you looking forward to the World Series?
Yeah, no. Cubs aren't in it, and everybody knows it. Otani will take over. It'll be over. I'll go ahead and say Dodgers in 4.
Jesus.
Yeah,
No, it's we're gonna get at least to game 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was
They're
going
not
to say
sweep.
Dodgers.
It will not be a sweep. Yeah, it might be 5, but it's not going to be a sweep. I think the Blue Jays will pull off at least 1. I think the Mariners deserved it more, though. I think they're a better team than the Blue Jays. They just had some rough luck these last 2 games. But they had 2 shots to clinch it, and they didn't take either one. So I don't feel too bad for them.
Yeah, at some point you got to do something.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, I think baseball is one of those games that's a lot of fun when you're there. Like, I love going to baseball games. Not as exciting on TV and such. Much bigger fan of football personally, but we'll see. I think any high level sport can usually be fun when it's like championship time like this.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with
Except
Scott.
maybe soccer. Soccer kind of sucks all the time.
Yeah, the only time.
Hold on. Whoa, wait. I take it back. I thoroughly enjoy watching USA women's Olympic soccer.
Mm.
That's fun to watch. Oh, yeah. Soccer though, boring as hell.
Bobby agreed. I heard him. Yeah, I was gonna say for soccer, as far as like the mainstream, I think it only kind of gets big around World Cup time.
And even then, the games are just so boring. It's just 90 minutes of people running back and forth. Like any sport where your high score is like, oh, it was 3-2. That's a lot of scoring. That means your game sucks. All right, I'm sorry. There's just so little action going on. And then I don't understand at all the like, okay, if somebody's hurt or something happens, we don't actually stop the clock. We just mysteriously add time to the end. Whatever the ref says, like, it feels about like 4.5 minutes. Let's do that. Like, no. Okay. If you can't give me a definitive, this is how much time is left, I want nothing to do with your sport. So to all my friends across the seas or anybody here who's a big fan, football sucks. Football rocks. And I will go to the grave believing that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of football, so the reason, well, I'm just little quick facts. The reason they changed it from football to soccer was to distinguish it from rugby, which was also called football. And now there's only one football standing, and that's American football because it's the best. But
by far,
hey, Canada's trying; they're getting there.
Tim Tebow needed somewhere to play, right?
There's some quarterbacks that went there. Let's see, fantasy football last week.
Didn't Johnny Manziel go into the Canadian League after the Browns?
And he went second string. He couldn't even start in Canadian.
That's rough when you can't even start in the Canadian League.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you go to A&M. That's where you end up.
Yeah, Johnny, that was a story. The Browns didn't help, but to be fair, it wasn't the Browns' fault this time, outside of drafting him. But let's see. Yeah, so I barely beat Grayson. I did not think I would, but Mike Evans getting hurt and then Baker just having a terrible game got me with the win there. Bobby got the win, even though
Keegan was the only person cheering when Evans didn't get up off the turf. When he's just laying there.
It's
Keegan
true.
Like,
it's absolutely true. He called me as it happened, and he was like, "Ha ha ha!"
And then I hung up.
He was there as soon as the TV were like, oh, and we're getting a report. It looks like Evans is out for the game, possibly this season. Keegan's like, and then instantly sent Grayson like 10 dick pics for some reason, just to start dominance.
It wasn't for some reason. We all know the reason. It just wasn't
I was
for
trying
some
to be nice.
reason. Okay, we mentioned kissing and telling earlier. Trust me, I heard all about it.
Bobby, you got to set your team this week.
All right.
Got away with one last week.
Okay.
But you have three people not
dude,
starting.
Bob bent your mom over. You should be mad, Keegan.
He got it. He's got a second win, so we're happy for Bobby.
That's crazy. Yeah, Bobby, you had a total no show on one of your things, and you still. What was it? 3 that he had out?
3,
bro. That's crazy, Bob. You won missing 3 positions.
There's quite a bit of games where either people were ruled out late or they got hurt really early on in the game where they just have 0 points and the team still somehow won, which is crazy. I don't remember a season like this. Brendan, Trinity was up by like 30 some points and lost.
Yeah, she's not happy about it.
Dude, she lost it right at the end too at those Monday night games. It was that one guy for Matt that just balled out.
Yeah, they decided to have 200 something total yards and
he literally had like 36 points, I think, right, Keegan? Something like
before
that.
halftime.
Yeah, he ended up having 40 something points.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was 36 before half.
when me and Keegan were talking before the game, I was like, yeah, no, she beat him. Like,
Yeah, we were like,
I was
okay,
very
Matt lost,
confident.
like,
Yeah, I was like 30 points should be good enough. He'll probably get 20, but
I think he was only projected at like 17 or 18 at most.
Mhm.
I knew that he's one of their top runners and stuff. So
I
gave him
didn't
a
expect
little
40
more.
though.
Yeah. That was like when I had a 50-point lead on Keegan, and then Lamar Jackson decided to say "fuck you."
He had 70 points that game. That was awesome. I enjoyed that. Brennan, you had a close one, but you pulled away towards the end with Jackson there.
Thank goodness, 'cause my tight ends did nothing.
Yeah, for some reason they just didn't target Laporta until like the fourth
third
quarter.
quarter.
Yeah. And then they're like, we'll throw him one pass. I mean, to be fair, all they had to do to win was running.
Yeah.
Another close one was Auto Draft Sucks losing to California Sun Hitters, mainly because Woody was able to get that late touchdown in the Texans game, pushed Mark over for the victory. Nick, you had a better week, but you lost to the Birmingham Bats, but you're on the rise.
I've only won like a single game, and I've lost every other one.
Okay, but Nick, this team 2 years ago was the number 1 ranked team in our league. You can do it.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, no, he garbaged that team before you took it over, Nick. This year is not on you. I even said that if you have the worst score this year, you're not the team that's going to get renamed because it's not fair. You haven't even been in charge the whole season.
You guys had to kick off my former college roommate.
Yeah, and dude,
I wonder does he watch
remember Blake had 6 quarterbacks on the team when Nick stepped in. Okay,
How many quarterbacks do you have on the team now, Nick?
I think he's only got like 3.
4.
He's like 5.
I have no idea.
8.
I forgot to even like switch my team around last week.
Nick.
Hey, you were protecting us from the monarchy. We appreciate it.
Cryptid Critters got the job done in your best of 3 series, David, Scott. I don't know why this happened, but you guys played a lot already.
We did.
Yeah.
Did I win? Did I win all 3, Scott?
No, I got the second. I got the second one.
No, you didn't. Don't bring this up. No, I won all 3. Mute him.
No, but the second one was closer.
The second one was super close. I only pulled that at the very end.
Yeah.
That one was the closest. It was like a couple of points.
Yeah, and then I just gave it to this one.
Thank you, man. Good looking out, bro.
I felt bad for the little sisters of the poor, so we just gave you this game.
See what's bad though is it's almost impossible to beat somebody like 3 times like that. So this really scares me if we meet in the playoffs that you're just gonna go off.
I think it happened one year where the play-in game was like Scott and my dad, and then the first playoff game was Scott and my dad.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
This week, let's see who we got. David, it looks like you're playing my dad. That should be a pretty good one. Nick, you're playing California Sun Hitters, so make sure to set your team. Auto Draft Sucks is taking on Scott. How do you feel there with that matchup, Scott?
Well, let's see. It seems like it's Bayapalooza weekend, so he's got a whole bunch of guys on vacation this week. So if he keeps it that way, I think I got him dumped. I got him thumped. That is unless Barkley tries to not show up again. Saquon, he's got a certain orifice. He's got to tell.
Seeing what's funny is if you bench him and start somebody else, that'll be the week that he explodes with like 45 points.
I gotta keep him in there.
Yeah, he's just one of those names you got to keep. Let's see. Aspen High Roller.
Wait. Can I just say, I'm going to be pissed as shit if Scott beats Nolan because my only loss so far is to Nolan. And yet I beat Scott 3 times, but then Scott strolls in and beats Nolan. Makes no sense.
That was like
Scott, I
Nolan's
hope
Super
you
Bowl.
beat Nolan just for this,
I hate
just for the
you.
lulz,
I hate all of you.
just for the lulz.
It would be funny, and I don't know how much attention Nolan's paying, so he may not switch out those buys, but he tends to do it like very last minute.
Yeah, he does it like the morning of, because there's been mornings where like I wonder if he's gonna set his team, and then like we go to check the score and we're like, I guess he set his team at some point.
Yeah, like the week he beat me, and he barely beat me, but he did it because he switched his quarterback like an hour before the game started.
Yeah,
because he was rolling with basically nobody, and then he woke up and was like, oh yeah.
yeah. So we'll see what he does. We got Brendan. You're taking on Matt this week. He's projected to win, so we'll see what you can do there. Aspen High
Decisively,
Rollers.
or
Yeah, by like 14.
that's not too bad. That's about what I have over.
Well, it'll go down
Keaton's
because
dad.
I have Garrett Wilson in right now because it says he'll play, but I know he won't, so it'll go down.
Yeah, the projecting thing has been weird. Let's see. Blazing Red projected pretty close with Grayson's Aspen High Rollers. Yorkville 49 close with Slay the Play. And he looks like, Bobby, you did set your team, so good on you.
Yep.
And then I play Shane to see who gets second place in our division.
I will say I'm actually very impressed with Shane this year. He's picking it up. He started from pretty low down, and he's gotten some good wins and made some decent trades to get his team in a pretty good spot. Definitely comeback player of the year so far.
If he played Joe Flacco, he would have kicked my ass.
Oh yeah, but I mean, who reasonably thought Flacco was going to go off like he did compared to his other quarterbacks? You know.
Well, his other is Geno Smith, so I would have played Flacco.
It would have been. He needs a quarterback. Because Flacco's not going to do that well every week. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to pick up somebody else from someone.
Like Nick?
Actually, Nick, if you've got a quarterback to spare, you could probably make a very good trade with him.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Also, you could probably trade Nolan because he just doesn't want Kyler Murray. So,
because who does?
Yeah.
Well, two quarterbacks, two of the quarterbacks I have right now are doing terrible so far. I have Tua and I have Jake Browning.
You have Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
Yeah, but they're like, I'm just saying the two other ones that I just listed are doing terrible this season.
I think Stroud's probably your best quarterback at the moment.
Well, Young is hurt, so
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Browning you can probably get rid of, like just drop after the season, especially because I don't think he's going to go anywhere major.
No.
They pulled in Flacco specifically to not have to let Browning play.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, there's our fantasy. Let's get to this week's schedule.
Keegan, you just picked up Nick Folk?
I didn't have a kicker.
Oh, God, terrible choice, man.
There was Nick Folk or Brandon McManus who's hurt. Literally.
I could drop you. Do you want New England's kicker? I'll give you him.
Yeah, I'll take New England's kicker.
I had to pick up another kicker this week because both of my kickers were on bye.
Were they?
Yeah, it was Ravens and the Bills.
Oh.
So, and then I picked up what's his name from the Packers, and then realized that he was still questionable. So I was like, damn it, I got to get someone else too. So I had 4 kickers this weekend.
Dang. Yeah,
actually,
I was
5 if you count injured Buffalo kicker.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's on my IR. Yeah,
Tyler Bass. I forgot about him. Yeah, no, that's why I picked up Nick Folk because I was like, well, It's either I don't play a kicker, and we're so close that would be the definitive. Or
Like I agree. You needed a couple of points for it. Like
yeah, I was like, yeah,
you would
better.
kill yourself if it was like 2 points. You'd be like, oh, beating yourself up.
Yeah, just like, oh, dang it. Well, let's get into our predictions. Last week we did really good. Like I said, I think our best week. I did come out victorious with 11 right. Scott Brennan got 10. Bobby got 9. Nick 8. And then Nolan was last with 7. So not too bad. David's back to get a victory. And we're going to start off with Nick's team going to the Chargers. Nick, who do you got?
I don't want to go choose the Vikings, but I'm going to. Just because I'm supportive of my team. But, yeah, Minnesota.
I mean, at least the Vikings are a good team. It would be worse if it was like the Jets taking on like the Chiefs, and you're like, Jets.
Yeah, sure.
Like, did you guys?
I feel like picking the Jets over any team right now is a risky move.
Did you see that video of the teenage Jets fan that was like, I was born into this. I'm just used to it at this point.
I did not know. I did see a TikTok today because the Vikings had a catch that was called back because Hawkinson didn't maintain it, and yet the Chiefs had a similar catch where the ball hit the ground first before Kelsey caught it, and the TikTok was like, if you're wondering why this wasn't a catch but yet this one is because, as you can see here, this player is wearing a Vikings jersey and this player here is wearing a Chiefs jersey. That's why it didn't count. It's like, yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Brennan, what about you?
Vikings.
Oh, 2-0 Vikings, Scott.
I'm going to go Chargers. I think they got more weapons.
Mute him. Just kidding, Scott.
Bobby.
Minnesota.
Oh, 3-1 Minnesota. David, what are you doing?
I am supporting my good friend Nick and saying Skull. Let's do it, Minnesota. They're gonna win.
Oh, this one's tough. And I think Wentz is still starting.
Never mind, I take mine back, and sorry, Nick. I'm gonna have to.
It's understandable.
Yeah, no,
because they were close to winning this last week, and that was against the Eagles, who arguably I think are probably at times a better team than the Chargers. So I do think they're gonna. It's gonna be very close, though. I do think it's gonna come down to like a field goal kind of thing, but I think Minnesota can pull it off.
All right, to be different, I'll take the Savannah Banana Chargers. We'll see. Hopefully they don't.
Speaking of that, it'd be awesome if they did an equivalent of Banana Ball for football. Right. Just like a goofy football game. People would be so into that.
Yeah, because people, I mean, obviously Savannah Banana.
To be fair, I guess that XFL kind of is.
I was just gonna say the same joke. I'm like, I mean, they have the XFL. Like, come on.
Or arena football that's like just scoring. That's all they do is score. I do really enjoy watching arena when we had it.
That's what I have in common with arena football.
Let's
Tush
see.
push for days.
Oh.
That was actually the way arena football championship was won this past year, was because they stopped the tush push on the 1 yard line.
How can the arena team do it? And NFL people are like, nah.
I didn't know anybody actually watched or paid attention to arena football, so.
We used to have it here in Denver when it was the Colorado Rush.
Yep. I actually went to a game once, and it was pretty fun to be there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Probably way cheaper than NFL tickets, huh?
I mean, a tad, because it was at the Pepsi Center.
Only a tad. I feel like they give away tickets.
No,
I mean, I was like 10 years old when I went, so I'm not sure what the ticket prices were.
There's no way it can be that expensive to go to arena ball. I'm sorry.
Well,
they're just happy that you're there.
Yeah, now I don't think it is. Back in the day, like arena football was kind of. It even got like a video game. I don't know if you remember that when they had made like the arena football video game. EA did or
Mhm.
whatever. All right, here we
Well,
go.
I mean, EA makes video games for everything, and they all suck. So
I mean, EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game. Uh, let's see. Miami traveling to Atlanta. This looks like a thriller of a game, Nick. Who you got?
you know, I want to see Miami bounce back. I really do. I don't know if they're going to, so I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Or Brendan?
Atlanta.
Scott?
Yeah, it'll be Atlanta. I'll say it's going to be 10-0, but half of those will be field goals. So a bunch of field goals and a safety will get them to 10, and that'll be it.
Bobby?
Atlanta.
David, are we going to sweep with Atlanta?
Who's the other one?
Miami.
Miami.
Okay, so my boy Bijan is going to have an amazing day. He's going to get like 40 points, right? But they're going to lose because Quinn Ewers is going to get to start, and he is going to be Dolphin Man for the whole day. He is going to be the salvation they needed, and somehow he's going to get it done. So just to be different and not sweep it, let's go Dolphins.
Yeah, and I don't know what Atlanta team's going to show up because they've been hot and cold. If Cousins plays, are they even worse? So maybe I will go Miami as well. Let's get an upset there. I might start out 0-2.
To be fair,
again.
I don't know if Cousins is the kind of person, but I would not be surprised if he purposely like throws the game to like spite them for benching him.
He just like hands it directly to the defender and he's like, "You can run now."
He hands it to the defender. Go get the touchdown, my child.
he just, I love you.
Let's see. Next matchup: Chicago going to Baltimore. Lamar still not practicing. So, Nick, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Chicago on that one.
Brendan.
Chicago. The Ravens are not who they should be this year.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, for the same reasons, I'll go Bears. Bears.
Oh,
Bobby.
Bears.
Chicago.
David.
No, I think Ravens are going to pull it off. I think they need it worse. They're getting to the point that regardless of Lamar or not, if they drop another one, it's starting to become a hole that they cannot climb out of. So I think they're going to be extremely motivated. And the Bears have got some funky stuff going on. I don't know what it is. So I think Ravens will pull it off.
Yeah, I think regardless if Lamar, I think Bears win. I'll pick them, but I think it'll be really close, even if Lamar doesn't play. Just because the Bears are better, but they're not great. It's very similar to how the Lions looked the first couple games, and with Ben Johnson as their coordinator, still learning the system and everything. So, but luckily, I don't think the Ravens are. Their defense is awful. It's the worst one, David, or in the top 3 worst ones I think I looked at today. So yeah, give me the Bears. Next one we got Buffalo looking to try to get right. They've lost 2 in a row playing against Andy Dalton and the Panthers. Nick, you going Kitty Cat Club?
No, I am not going Kitty Cat Club. I'll take the Bills. Although I'm surprised Carolina's doing the work they are doing. I was not picking them for any of the games they have won. But no, I'm picking Buffalo.
Yeah, they got the same record as Kansas City right now.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan.
I think Buffalo.
Scott.
Yeah, I'll go for Buffalo for this one. We kind of like to cheer for keep going for the Cats, but yeah, the Buffaloes stampede too hard. So go for the Bills.
Bobby,
Buffalo.
David.
Yeah, no, Carolina.
You're going Carolina.
Yeah, because all these guys keep doing the same thing. They keep being sheeple. Plus, look at who the Bills just lost to.
They did lose to the Falcons. That is true.
I think Carolina's going to pull it off. I think it's going to be a surprise, and I think Bills supporters are going to be freaking out.
I mean, you were the one that picked the Falcons, so could be done again. I'm taking the Bills though. If it was Bryce Young, maybe. I don't have too much faith in Andy right now. Speaking of Andy, his former team, Cincinnati Bengals, taking on the New York Football Jets. Nick,
Sorry, one more time. The Jets against who again?
the Bengals.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to change your answer? You could just say whoever's playing against the Jets. That's
Nick, it's actually the New York Football
That's all
Jets
you got to do.
against
That's all you
the
got to do.
University of Northern Colorado.
David, why'd you get so aggressive with that? Does it matter? Does it matter, Nick? Really?
Like, no, like, Nick, honestly, is there any team he could say that they are playing that is in the National Football League that you would say, yeah, no, Jets are going to take it?
I mean, Cincinnati's a tough one to go. Definitely a
Dude, they
tough choice there.
They could tell me they're playing against the mascots of the other teams, and I'd go for the mascots.
It's gotten to
Cincinnati,
the point.
then. Cincinnati,
Yeah,
I don't. David can get off my ass. Let's go.
You want a little tush push?
Yeah, no,
Does
that's
it
the
matter?
point there.
Oh,
The
man.
Jets going 0-8. I mean,
Yeah, no, Keegan, just do this easy. Is anybody picking the Jets? There we go. Next game.
all right. So
We don't
no
need to
one
talk
picked
about it.
No-
No, it's a
no
waste
one?
of time.
No one.
There's
Okay.
there's no reason.
Nick, if I said the Jets versus the UNC Bears, would you take the Jets?
Bro, you could tell me the Jets versus actual Bears, and I wouldn't take the Jets.
Okay. Moving on to the other one, since it looks like we're all in agreement there. 49ers traveling to Houston. Nick.
49ers. I'll go 49ers.
Brendan.
Yeah. I'll go San Francisco.
Scott.
What I'm actually, I'll go with the Texans at home. Let's see what they can do. 49ers still got too many injuries, even with CMC being on the team. But I'll lean towards Texans.
Bobby.
Houston.
Wow. David.
I think this game is retarded all the way around because San Francisco is basically held together with tape at this point. And not even duct tape. It's like Scotch tape. And then after that game last night, I don't know what Texas is doing. That was some of the stupidest play calls I've ever seen in any professional sport, in any non-professional sport. They were just dumb. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that the Seahawks seemed like they were trying to give the game away, the Texans would have been blown out of there by the end of the first quarter. But I do agree with Scott. I think being at home will give them a bit of an edge. And as far as the Texans go, if they don't win this game, they're kind of out of it for the season. This is kind of a do or die game for them. I think they're going to want it more. They're going to need it more. And I think they're going to come in desperate. And, when you corner a desperate animal like that, they lash out. So I think they'll do enough to get it done. If San Francisco was all healthy, I don't think they'd stand a chance. But again, they're basically held together by hopes and dreams. And I just don't think it's going to be quite enough to get the win this time. So I'm going to say Texans will take it.
Yeah, I'll go 49ers on this one. And I'm looking at the schedule. I'm really
He's only saying that because he hates the Texans.
I do. I'm really concerned this is the game they're going to force me to watch once more because I'm just sick of watching the 49ers in primetime.
I'm also a little concerned because, like we've talked about, how Houston, like, their defense has been dirty.
Yes.
And San Francisco can't afford anybody else getting hurt.
Yeah, maybe just sit CMC this game, healthy scratch.
I think because there won't be enough players, like at one point Houston defense is just going to run over to the sidelines and just punch a coach. Like,
I mean, did you see when they tried to attack the player last night?
Yeah, and what's his name came over to like defend him. Like,
yeah, the referee was like just in front.
Yeah, dude. Like,
So what was that about?
They were just crazy.
That's just what Houston is. I
don't know what was going on.
They're making the. Oh, speaking of, when we get to them, Bobby, we didn't really talk about the Broncos because they won.
Yep.
Sean Payton almost cost them the game. For one,
I know. That was stupid. That was stupid.
Yeah.
On his part, what he did.
Yeah. For one, they lined up their starting tackle at wide receiver.
Yep.
Threw it to him because he was open and he couldn't catch it.
Yep.
And then second, he ran like 50 yards to yell at the ref.
Yep.
Which
he admitted that was stupid. He admitted to it.
Yeah, which led to Drake Greenlaw doing it after game, and now he's suspended because he was like threatening the ref. So
but the ref, I heard, pushed our other guy too, though. You can't put your hands on a player either. That's what I've heard.
Was this AI?
No, it's true, but the ref pushed our other guy.
So Sean Payton ran out because the referee was just getting thrown some.
But there was physicality between the ref and our other guy. Our guy got pushed by the ref. This ref's been known to push other people too.
All right, so we got a ref hunt. So everyone, just keep your eyes on this referee. Hopefully, he's not pro Houston because that could get pretty dirty. Actually, if it was anti-Houston, could you imagine that?
He literally decapitated that guy. No, they're just playing. It's fine. Accidental. You're right. 5 yards. 5 yards.
You know what? Now that you're telling me about it, I did look at the replay. It looks pretty bad. We'll give him an ice cream cone.
Well, you know what? Rushing the passer. The passer's dead. He rushed him, you know.
We'll give him a coupon. He'll feel better. Okay, guys? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get you on the next call.
We can just duct tape his head back on. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what they're doing in San Francisco. You know, we're good. Let's see.
The answer. Well,
so Cleveland and the number one defense heading to New England. Fortunately, Cleveland's offense might be bottom 10 as well. Nick, who are you taking?
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Brendan.
New England.
Scott.
Hey, Drake May has been the only member of my fantasy teams that has done anything worth talking about, including Saquon there, Brendan. And so definitely going with Patriots, easy.
Bobby.
New England.
David.
Yeah, I think New England's going to get it done.
Yeah, I got to take New England as well. Just rolling on all cylinders. Cleveland slowly getting better, but that offense last week looked good. First game over like 18 points in over a year. So good on them, but it's going to be a little bit tougher this week. Brings us to the New York Giants going to Philadelphia. Now, Brennan, Philly has their old school Eagle logo. Are they going old school jerseys this week?
Yep. Kelly Green.
All right. Kelly Green, you think they beat up on those Giants this week?
I hope so.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
You're picking the Giants?
Not picking the Giants.
All right. Nick.
I will pick Philly.
Scott.
I'm going to pick Philly. Saquon better do something. Please.
Bobby.
Please.
I guess
David.
the Giants got their kicker today too.
They
I
cut their
feel like all these people
Yeah.
must not have watched that game a mere 2 weeks ago, a week and a half right now. Dart and Scattaboo got their fucking number, dude. It is. They are gonna make it dirty. The only thing I'm scared about in this game is if those nasty, ugly fucking Eagle fans kill one of the Giant players on the way out of the stadium. But Giants are gonna take it.
Scatterboo's gonna kill himself on the field. Don't have to worry.
Not
about
until he's
it.
killed everybody on the other team first.
I heard he put the kicker.
It's okay. Brandon Graham's coming back. He'll destroy you.
Bobby,
Brandon
did you
Graham's, yeah, he's coming out of retirement.
Huh?
Old man's gonna get on the field. Scattaboo's gonna hit him. He's dead. That's it.
He just started last year for the Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Nope, he's done.
Man,
Bro, he's gonna retire again after this game because Scattaboo's gonna break his fucking leg or his hip or like it's going.
Yeah, did you guys see the home invasion video of Scattaboo? All he did was break the window. Clearly, it might have been AI, but
This is like a
might be.
bit. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know where I was going. I thought I sent you that video where like Scattaboo like jumps through the windows like Scattaboo and then runs away.
I mean, I could believe.
I think
it.
that was a
I'm not-
fever dream, Keegan. I think that was just a fever dream you had.
Yeah,
I
I
would.
like that dude. I think he's literally got something wrong with him, but it's in a way that's going to help them win football games. So, because what they just played what the Denver just beat them, right?
Yep.
After they were up 19-0.
Yep.
Yeah, like I think Denver's a better team than the Eagles, and they barely beat them. So I think they're going to crush the Eagles.
See, I gotta go Philly on this one, mainly because there's no reason for them to have lost that game. They missed.
Except that they're not a good team.
Yeah, they mixed 2 extra points. They went for 2 when they didn't need to. I think it's coaching. Like you just don't. They would run 3 straight run plays that went 2 yards. Kick it back to
Keegan,
the Broncos.
They had a guy so traumatized by playing against Scattaboo that he retired after that last game. He made a man leave his career.
Hey, I hope Dart.
He still has his helmet imprinted on his chest from playing against him.
He actually went and got a tattoo to never forget. Yeah, no, I think Dart and Scattaboo will have a good game. I think this will actually be pretty competitive, but I think the Eagles just get it done. It seems like Dable is just not the coach, and it's going to come down.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dable just got a tattoo of Jackson Dart on his ass. All right, that's commitment.
With
Yeah, I
tush
mean,
push
so-
right over it.
No, it says push this tush.
Sorry, I forgot.
And then he got Scattaboo on his crotch. And his mouth is right in the center, so it looks like his tongue's coming out.
Anyway, Tampa Bay's going to New Orleans, down every receiver, and like
How did you wait? Where are they going?
New Orleans.
I thought you said that weird. Okay.
Yeah, no, Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. They are down all their starting receivers and some linemen. Nick, do you have any faith that they lose this game against the Saints?
Do I have any faith that they lose this game?
I know he's saying it weird. Who are you
Yeah,
picking?
it's a really weird way to ask that question. No, I think Tampa. I mean, it's a tough call. I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's tough. It's the Saints.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Saints too. Actually,
No, I mean they're playing the Saints. I'd only pick the Saints if they're playing the Jets.
you guys. What are you talking about?
All right.
All right, legit. I think Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is going to crush the Saints, even without the wide receivers and stuff. Especially after losing this week. I think Baker Mayfield, such a superior quarterback to route. So, yeah, no, I definitely think it's going to be Tampa Bay.
Brandon.
Tampa.
Who did that?
Scott.
No, it wasn't me.
No, that's
What are we? I can't even make the noise. What is that?
I will go Tampa then as well.
Was somebody's demon upset about me picking Tampa? Like, what the hell was that noise?
No, I mean I just picked Tampa, and no demon said anything to me. So
Scott,
Bob, did you kidnap an elf?
No,
Is it under your desk?
maybe.
that's
weird.
that's no elf. That's no
That's not
elf.
what I
That's
wanted.
not even the Keebler elves. That's a straight gremlin.
It kind of sounded like E.T. when he's drunk
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
all right, Scott.
I'll put this back on the rails. Baker Mayfield cannot do as bad as he did last week. Just the other day, 2 weeks in a row. It's going to be Tampa. It's going to be Tampa. No matter how many of their receivers get hurt.
Yeah, Baker will throw it to himself if he has to.
Yeah.
I mean, I would believe it with Baker. But
he overcame being a Brown.
I mean, that says a lot. If you can withstand that. Unfortunately, I heard New Orleans this week in the
Why do you
stadium.
keep saying it that way?
Why
Why are you saying it weird? Stop that.
So what I heard they're going to do is give fans
who's doing that?
The Saints team.
I hate you.
What they're going to do is give the Saints from New Orleans.
Okay, now you're just doing stuff on purpose.
No, they're going to
New Orleans. It's easy to say New Orleans.
New Orleans
or New Orleans.
NO. The big NO.
No.
They're going to give them old pictures of Cleveland, like city pictures, Browns. It's going to traumatize Baker. Bring him back to his time in Cleveland. He's going to throw 5 interceptions. Saints win because he's that traumatized. All right. So Dallas, Denver. Denver has their retro logo, so it looks like retro jerseys probably. David, who you taking?
I think Dallas gets it done. Yeah, they're looking better on defense than they have, which was their main weakness, happening. I don't know if the Max Crosby thing is even going to happen, and if it does, I don't think it'd be done in time for this game. But I think they're finding something that kind of semi works, which I guess is outstanding for Matt Eberflus. So if he gets something that's even 30% working, that's a success in his book. I think the offense is firing on all cylinders enough that they'll be able to outpace Denver because the Giants should have beaten them. That was just an epic fall apart on the Giants' part, and I do think Dallas is a much better team than the Giants still. So by transitive property, Cowboys should win, but because they should win, Denver probably will. But I'm gonna take Dallas.
All right, Bobby.
Denver.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking the Denver Broncos.
Broncos.
Now, Bob, why are you taking the Broncos? Any specific reason?
I know. We just gotta get going. We can't sit still in the first, second, and third quarter, not scoring points. The team's got to get moving. I think we will beat Dallas, though.
That's like, I don't remember what movie it was, but somebody was asking a coach, like, what do you guys need to do to win? He's like, well, we gotta score more points than the other team, and if we do that,
we win.
If we do that, I'm comfortable that we win.
It might have just been McDaniel from the Dolphins saying that during a press conference.
Dude, his press conferences are really funny.
Yeah.
Like, bro does not care.
I woke up and it's one day closer to death that they did not know what to respond. They're just like, what?
I forgot. It was AI, but I loved somebody that did a video of him like starting a press conference, and somebody was like, what plays are you doing? He's like, you want to see my playbook? And it's a coloring book where he's just colored in like Dolphins players, like the colors. He's like, look, see, he's smiling because he got the ball and he's going to get a touchdown.
Nick, who are you taking?
I think Denver. After this last game, watching them win all of their points in the fourth quarter, I think Denver will take it.
See, but that's usually Dallas's like signature move, so they know how to handle that.
Dallas.
Whoa. Brendan, as an Eagles fan, took Dallas.
I'm hoping I can do the whole reverse psychology thing. When I pick them, they lose.
They're going to be like,
When I pick
ooh,
against
Dallas.
them, they win. So if I pick them, then hopefully they'll lose.
Yeah, they're NFL is watching it right now, and they're like, "Damn, we had it scripted for Dallas to win, but Brendan just picked them." So somebody get the Broncos on the phone.
Exactly.
Yo, we're gonna give you the ball all the time.
Look, Broncos.
Job.
Any calls, any penalties, they're going your way, baby. You got this.
Going your way, baby.
Scott,
I got more Bronco stuff today. I went and bought
you bought more Bronco stuff today?
$120 worth today.
Because he knows that he's going to need more than just the hat to throw with how badly they're going to lose on Sunday.
I got the
No, I
hoodie.
had to go to Dallas to get my Eagles stuff. That's
You got the hoodie too.
That's like sacrilegious.
Scott,
I'm going to go with Dallas because I think they're the one team that can actually play from kickoff to the very last second. Play the whole game instead of just fourth quarter, just running away, hiding under their legs. So I'm going to go with Dallas to play an entire game.
yeah, I'm taking Dallas as well. The Broncos really lucked out. They should have lost that game. Just bad coaching with the Giants. And also Sean Payton's being Sean Payton, trying to lose the football game.
I think he's also going to have a lot of emotional outburst at this game because I know he and Jerry go way back, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's some history.
He wanted
He wanted him, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go to Dallas too, and Jerry kept fucking what's his name around instead. I wouldn't have minded Sean Payton. I think he would have been a good fit for Dallas, like his coaching style and stuff. I think it could have been good.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he hasn't done a bad job in Denver. I'm just not a huge fan of Sean Payton. But
You obviously didn't watch the Netflix movie where he was played by what's his name, James Paul Blart dude.
yeah,
Kevin James.
Yeah,
Good.
Kevin James.
Yeah, I heard one of the games we've watched Sean Payton coach this year has been Kevin James, but he's just such a lookalike. Like no
But
one.
do you know which one?
Just you look and you're like, I might be this one. I don't know. Speaking of the next game, though, Nick, I just want to throw out some trivia. Tennessee is traveling to Indianapolis, but they are doing some like names in their new stadium ceremony this week because they're building that new stadium. It looks really nice. Mohan Kapur, his name's getting put up there. Do you think that helps the Tennessee faithful get past the Colts?
I don't know why you do this to me. No, I'm picking the Colts.
Okay. Scott, what are your thoughts with Colts Titans?
The real question for this game is, will the third string of the Colts get in before halftime or just immediately after halftime? Maybe the third string will start the third quarter and then go the rest of the game. Colts. It's not even a question. It's going to be the Colts easy.
Brendan,
the Colts.
Bobby,
Indianapolis.
David.
So, this is a really interesting one because the Titans really need this. Like, badly. They really, really need this. So,
I don't know how
I was taking a look at what we had going on. And it seems, let's see, the Bengals, right? You got to look at the Bengals. Usually the Bengals were going to be factoring into this because depending on the route they take, they might have to go through that territory to get up to Indianapolis. However, they're going to be half preoccupied with getting ready for the Jets. So I think if they take the right route, they're going to slip past Cincinnati without having to get into an extra tussle. So that means Colts are going to have to face them at full strength. They're only going to have -10 for getting up there because the energy, of course, that it takes to get that distance, not too bad. If they hydrate along the way, they may be looking at only 95%. So that's going to be really good. Usually your away teams are at like 80 to 75, depending on who, of course, they have to fight on the way. That being said, pretty sure it's going to be Indianapolis by double digits.
Yeah. No, this is one of those teams that, like the Jets, it's like I think they have to be playing each other to want to pick one of the two. Tennessee only lucked into their one win because they threw an interception that became a touchdown. Not sure how that works, but
You know,
it happened.
I would love the Titans to be good. Like I like Tennessee. I got
Me
nothing against
too.
the state.
Yeah.
Titans is cool with the Greek mythology stuff. Like I don't have anything against any of the players. I loved when Vince Young was there, of course, coming from Texas. But just for the past decade or two, they have just not really been good. Maybe the new stadium turned things around for them, but this isn't their year. And I think at this point they're fighting the Jets for that first draft pick.
Yeah, which could be good for, I mean, if you're not a quarterback, because I don't think they give up on Cam Ward.
I wouldn't. I don't think he's
Yeah.
that bad. I think it's a case of, I mean, he's young, so he still needs a little more experience to get to what he's going to be.
And
But
the
he's got the
team's
talent.
terrible.
He just doesn't have a team around him. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a great team, and he doesn't really have great coaches.
Right.
So there's a lot that needs to change. I think Cam Ward's one of the only good things they actually have going for them, to be honest. Because you change him to almost any other team, and I think he's doing okay. Like most teams that are somewhat put together, I don't think Cam Ward does too badly there. He's got the talent. He just needs to mature into it a little bit because they just threw him right in as a rookie, and that's always going to be tough. So I like him. The rest of them, they need to figure something else out, and it's probably going to take the rest of this season to even start getting those pieces together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't give up on Cam Ward yet. I know he's having a historically bad year, but Tennessee just doesn't have anything around him. So it's a good year to not be a quarterback because you might go number one, like we've said. Now, this next matchup, it's a conundrum for Nick because it is the Green Bay Packers traveling to Pittsburgh to play Aaron Rodgers. Nick, Rodgers or the Packers? Who are you taking?
Can they both lose? Is that an option? Can we have that happen?
The Packers have already tied once this year, so
If that would be a wonderful scenario for me. Yeah, it's a conundrum. I'll go Pittsburgh.
all right, Brendan.
I think Green Bay.
All right, Scott.
Yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay. I'm going to go with Love, and I think he has more weapons than Rodgers and the Steelers. So Green Bay.
Bobby.
Green Bay.
All
Aaron
right.
Rodgers is kind of like returning to the fans that he played in front of too, a long time ago.
Yeah,
He had a lot of magical seasons with Green Bay.
very, very true. David.
Well, I had to pull up the map again on this one, and there's a lot of territory they're going through. Now, who's doing the traveling again? Who was it?
Green Bay.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So from the most direct path, it's not looking good, guys. You got Chicago right there, of course. Then you got Detroit, and they're looking good this year. So they're always looking for another tussle. Cleveland, it is the Browns, but if they get a pot shot, that's like 5 to 10% of your health right there. So I don't think it's going to be an easy path to get over there to Pittsburgh. And I think old man Rodgers gets it done. He was embarrassed by Joe Flacco. And that's one of the heights of disrespect in the NFL this year is if you lose to Joe Flacco. So I think Aaron Rodgers hits up some of that ayahuasca and plays out of this world just like his mind. So I'm going to have to give it to Pittsburgh on this one. Go home team.
I think the Packers could just catch a boat across Lake Michigan and bypass all the.
What you're talking nonsense. You're talking nonsense, Scott. Where is this? You're in fairy tale land. No. They have to walk
and go straight to Detroit.
No.
Or maybe they'll swim it. Maybe that's where they'll get a little exercise on the way. And
Okay. So in this fantasy world of yours, are we just going to pretend like lake monsters don't exist? Okay. Is that what we're doing? We're just pretending like boats are suddenly safe? No. Okay. I also heard last time Tampa was up there, they might have left a couple Pirates around just in case anybody gets frisky. So there's too much going on there. Safest path, obviously, by land. So yeah, no, I still like Pittsburgh. Steelers are gonna do it. They're gonna munch on that cheese.
I just wonder if Rodgers is going to retire after this year is out. I wonder.
I think it just depends on how they do. If his season's good and they're like conference championship, he might come back.
If they're not,
Yeah.
then he's
Now,
I think he legitimately thinks he can win another one.
I think he does too. And he's looked a lot better.
I just like he's fun, but I don't know if that team is the one that can get it done. Like looking at the Steelers versus the other teams in the league, I mean, they just lost to Joe Flacco.
Hey, maybe at the trade deadline, Minnesota will trade for Aaron Rodgers. And fulfill
I will
Fulfill the
buy an
prophecy.
Aaron Rodgers. I will buy an Aaron Rodgers Vikings jersey just to spite all the Packers fans.
I would buy. I'm not even a Vikings fan. I would buy a half and half jersey that's Favre and Rodgers on the back, like Favre's. I'd wear that.
Yeah, for me, no, I did hear Green Bay invited a special guest to be on their sideline by the name of Joe Flacco, and the Pittsburgh security like nixed it. So I think they're pretty hot right now. I'm pretty angry about that. And I think Aaron Rodgers wants to beat every single NFL team. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to get it done. Brings us to the fun Monday night of the Commanders going to Kansas City. I know everyone's thrilled. Bobby, why don't you kick us off? Commanders or Chiefs?
Commanders. I think are going to get it done against Kansas City.
Even with Daniels maybe not playing?
Yes.
All right. Bobby has some faith. Nick, do you have faith in the Commanders?
Yeah, I do. I will take the Commanders over Kansas City.
Wow. Brendan.
I don't have the faith. I'm taking KC.
Scott.
Yeah, the Swifties have been playing better since the engagement. So I'll stick with Casey.
David.
It's a dangerous path. I mean, that's a lot of territory. You're going all the way to Kansas City. You got to go past a lot. I mean, and even if you try to divert and go through West Virginia, then you got to fight Mothman, and that never ends well for any team. But I hate Kansas City almost as much as I hate the Eagles. And the truth is, if the Commanders beat them, I feel so much better about the Cowboys playing them on Thanksgiving. So just to throw my faith in them, and I'm going to actually call Mothman myself to get him to let them pass through safely. So I think that's going to help. That's going to give them a good boost. And I'm gonna say, in a shocker, Commanders are going to get it done with a last-minute walk-off field goal.
Hey,
You heard it here first.
Yeah, don't forget to isn't the Point or not Point Pleasant, Flatwoods in West Virginia too?
Flatwoods is too, but as we know, he famously goes back home for Halloween and Thanksgiving. So he's already out of town right now. However, very wise thinking. Now, Bigfoot does hang out around there sometimes, but last I heard, he's still over in the Washington area this month. So, because Sam Darnold, as we know, is descended from them. So they have like a little family reunion around this time of year.
So for me, especially without Daniels, I will have to go Kansas City.
Wow, Mothman's going to kick your ass, Keegan.
I just wonder how much Taylor's making off all these books that I see at King's, coloring books and God Almighty.
Do you see
She's not worried about that. She's worried about trying to get pregnant with the Antichrist right now. So,
Bob, do you see people buying these books?
No.
Bob, are you buying these books? How many coloring books do you own now, Bob?
I don't.
What color skin do you give Taylor when you're coloring her in?
Yeah.
I
She's
think
got a wedding
she's nasty.
The Swifties are just going to get our channel canceled.
Oh no.
You don't say that about her.
Well, there's our picks. We'll definitely be back next week. As well as next week, we got some fun deep dives planned for you. So stay tuned. David and Brendan and I discussed a couple, 4 different movies. So
Yeah, because nobody else could be bothered to show up. Except
was
Nick. He was fighting the monarchy, so it takes a lot of effort.
I was practicing my First Amendment. Sorry, guys.
So were we, freedom of speech, by showing up to talk to our friends as we promised.
I didn't promise anything.
Nick, we even had a special guest lined up just for you.
Don't tell him now. It doesn't matter.
What movie? I'll talk to you guys after this, but I'm curious what movies.
Yeah, but we'll be back. So we'll see you guys on the flip side. David, it's Halloween season. What's a good Halloween abnormal voyage for people to go check out?
In honor of us discussing him, go check out our Mothman Museum episode and comment that you're here to help the commanders pass through safely in his lands.
All right. Well, we will see you guys on the flip side.